Hey there, guys. So, the only real event this week is the Iron Giant trial, the Final Fantasy V raid, and the crown fight. I did the Iron Giant trial in a different video, so in this one we're going to be doing the Silver Crown fight for Lenna. It's relatively simple, so we're going to be going here and we're going to be knocking it out. No continues, no KOs, 5 turns or less. You can only bring Final Fantasy V units. I went and farmed up the Werewolf Kelgar, the free unit, to EX2. EX2 is all we really need. And we're going to use him to blow it up. You can also use things like X-Death with the Meteor. It's probably way easier. But, just in case you don't have Meteor, we're going to use Kelgar. So here's the party we're going to use. I'll show you the gear and all in a moment. Let's knock it out. Most of the party is kind of naked. So you don't want to use Meteor on turn 1 if you're dealing with X-Death, because this girl HP locks at 90%, and then she summons the Golem guy. So what we're going to do, we're going to use Ferris to do the Ramu field. We're going to use Gilgamesh to do an 85% break. Warrior of Light Bart is going to just, with a Thunder weapon, he's using a Thunder weapon, we're going to just triple cast Soaring Blade, and Kelgar is going to use Lupine Howl and then double Lupine Fang. So we'll go ahead and chain these up. The first little bit's not going to chain, but then the second part will, and that should push the 90% threshold right there. So now the boss is going to summon the Golem guy, then some Fire, Ice, and Lightning magic damage on your Provoker with a 50% Imperil. So make sure your Provoker is using 150 Fire, Ice, and Lightning resist. Let's go ahead and have Gilgamesh now break up here to break this guy, and the LB of Kelgar will imperil for us. Now, this is when you want to use Meteor and cap it. If you're doing that, just use an AoE chain and cap the chain. We're going to go ahead and use Kelgar's LB, and we're going to use Bart's to Soaring 3 times again. And then just use Kelgar's LB. This may or may not kill them. If it does kill them, great. If it doesn't, we're set up with guts. It did kill them. Okay, so if we didn't, your Ferris is going to take a single target fixed hit and some stuff she'll evade. So give your Ferris or your Provoker, give your Provoker a source of guts, or just kill it on turn 2, or use Meteor, or go and farm all the way to EX3 for Kelgar if you really want to, because the free unit completely carries that fight extremely easily. I think it was, I'm pretty sure Global's nerfing these fights. I could be wrong. I don't know. But they feel so much easier on Global than they did on JP. And I did these on JP, and they were still very easy on JP. But it feels even easier on Global. Like, I don't remember it dying that quickly. I could be, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's easy regardless. So here's the party we use, and again, if you don't feel like farming up Kelgar, or you just don't care about Kelgar, X-Death with Meteor will totally blow it up. Just use Bart's and like Dorgan or someone to push the girl to 90% on turn 1. Don't use Meteor on X-Death on turn 1, because then you'll be out of mana. Or if you don't mind using an elixir, use Meteor, whatever. Or bring 2 X-Deaths, whatever you want to do. So the party we used was a passive provoke evasion Ferris with 150 or better to Fire, Ice, and Lightning. Guts, just in case we didn't kill it on turn 2, but we did. Just some Lightning resist. A little bit of Esperfill so we can get her field on turn 1. And she's really just here for the Ramu field. Gilgamesh was just a breaker with some Esperfill. That's kind of it. That's really it. We'll come back to him. Bart was just using a Thunder weapon. Doesn't really matter which one. Because he has AoE chaining, Absolute Mirror of Equity. A little bit of Esperfill. And then our EX2 Kelgar. So it's only EX2. And we're not using Titus STMR. If you have Titus STMR, go ahead and wear that, because that is really powerful on him. This will boost his damage dramatically, because his LB modifier is really low. So adding an extra 100 is really big deal. But just in case you don't have that, I just use generic Clash gear. So Human Killer, LB damage, and because my LB is not level 40, I gave him some LB fill with Call of the Wild. A little bit of Esperfill. And yeah, he's maxed on, there we go. And then as far as the vision card goes, I gave him just an LB vision card. Give him your best vision card you have. And yeah, EX2 free unit Kelgar totally carried this. We left the party slot empty, so you could add anything you want. You know, Warrior of Dawn, Dorgan. You could add X-Death, and X-Death will super easy cap that. You could even use Monk version of Galoof, and he'd probably work. Use his goofy LB with the terrible chaining frames. Or you could use Lenna. You know, we just got her crowned. You can crown her three quarters of the way. And use whatever you want. Like the Final Fantasy V event it's I hate to say I love Final Fantasy V, but it's almost as much of a waste of time as the Iron Giant trial was. It's just not, there's no challenge at all involved in this. So hopefully next week there'll be something more interesting and more engaging to do, because that was the content for the week. The sleepwalk of an Iron Giant and the turn to OTK with completely free unit Kelgar, and now we farmed the raid for a week, and that's your weekly content. You know, we need more challenging fights in this game. We really do. Anyway, that's it for now. I guess this weekend maybe I'll go back and play with Iron Giant just for the sake of doing a quick clear. I don't know. We'll see. See you in a bit.